Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in this world. This is Hedgen Lee with a morning update for Bitcoin. Okay, price so far has broken out of this yellow symmetrical triangle, and not only the yellow one, but the blue one as well. Last night I had said there's a wedge embedded within a wedge, the blue within the yellow. The apex is right here. It would have been more ideal for the price to come closer to the apex, but it decided to break out here. This blue wave 5 is slightly lower than the 3, so it does technically meet. It almost says it was tired of going down. It didn't have enough sellers to drive it further down, basically, so it decided to rise. Now, it broke out, but we all have seen how even a wedge with the breakout can sometimes lead to a lower low. And I'll show you in a bigger picture what kind of a scenario that would look like, where this would be a little bit lower low. But for now, let's see if this has been an impulse. If you count 5 waves to this, you can have 1, 2, 3, 4. It does not overlap with 1, top of 1, which is good, and then 5. So if we have 5, right now it's correcting because of those 5 waves up. So far we have ABC, but I don't think the correction is this quick. I think this is an ABC of a bigger A. It's done about a 50% retrace, so most likely it'll go like this. A will be here, B, and then probably C. It'll meander more. So I don't think this is the end of the correction. I think we're going to put in a B and then come back down for C. It could, yes, we could have 1, 2, and then we could shoot up. Because in the short term, as I said last night, it's pretty oversold. Now, yes, this can be any one of the 36 corrective combination possibilities. That is why corrections are notoriously difficult to trade in and out of because of the 36 combination. That's 1 in 36 is 2.7 something percent, less than 3%. That's why for corrections, especially the major ones, the best ideal situation is to look for the terminal end of the correction to make your entries and not trade in and out of it throughout the correction, because that is an impossible game to play. You will not make any money. And if you do, it'll be purely by chance. And that whatever profit you make will be taken right back from you. So, from the perspective of this longer term, I think what's likely is we have A, B is being formed, and then C should bring it up. But as you can see, with the farther time expands, the lower the line will be for the D will be less than the peak of this. So A, B, C, we better get there pretty quick. Even right now, I think it'll be too low. And D cannot be lower than the prior peak of a subwave of itself. So the C has to be higher than the prior peak. Let's see how the price goes. Now, I mentioned earlier that price can be lower even after the breakout. Even after the breakout, price can go lower. After the breakout from the wedge, it can go lower. And if you look at this bull flag potential, this is labeled as a channel pointing downwards. That's why it's called bullish. Now, yes, this support needs to hold, but it's fine to have a temporary break, piercing. So this would be counted as A, B, C, D, and E. I think that'll be very interesting to see how that plays out. Where this E will provide a bull wick event, which is the way of temporarily piercing, just like we saw a small one right here. Temporarily piercing the support, long-term support line to divest of all of the would-be weak holders, to compel them to sell. It'll be like a buoy being pressed underwater to pop right back up. But I think this will take us into April. Or notice how C did not touch the support, and E could touch the support to give that lower low. I think that'll be very interesting to see this bull flag go to completion, at least from a wave perspective. All right, that's what I have for morning updates. More to come.